disappears, remember?
Yeah.
That speed limit will just, boom, it's gone. Very quickly. Like when some will just smack bang on the corner, you can't even see them. There's a hospital here. They should have a crossing.
Yeah.
These got people trying to cross the road 60 kilometres an hour. Genius. Okay, sorry.
It's a marketing strategy.
Yeah. Do you see that grilled marketing thing? The buns?
No, I
Did you see
haven't.
that? It's called Super Buns. It's all over the news yesterday. They got slammed because it was, people already started doing memes of it and basically sexualizing it.
Okay.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. And it was just a silly marketing thing that just didn't work in today's day and age.
It's all publicity.
Yeah, potentially.
Might work out.
Potentially. So, is it 40?
No.
No. Good. Think about your visibility and the hazards and what could happen. Excellent. What could happen?
Someone could pull up.
They come flying across. And they're trying to get across. That's...
So if they spot a gap, they might just...
what's that street? It's like... well known that people just fly through. They should... I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, we've been driving on it the whole time. Good. How's that space now?
Generous.
Like it's
too much, but
yeah. Well, we don't want too much. We don't
much.
want too little, right? You don't want to be too far. At the traffic light, turn left. Good way. Good. Excellent. Keep moving, you're going too slow.
Okay.
Good. There you go. And then get committed. Okay. Excellent. So there, you're... pull the wheel back yourself. Did you see you let go? You're not in control. You just go to the car. Here you go for it. Speed limit on entry.
40.
Let's do that one again, because I want to show you what was happening, Charlie, was you're not slowing down at the right point.
Yeah.
You were slowing down too early before, so then it's not practical, and then you won't make the light. So you could have safely driven a bit quicker to be able to get through the light, which helps the traffic flow. Got to be realistic as well, right?
It's not going to stay green forever.
No, that's right, and there is driving too slow is not good.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's okay. Give it another crack shortly. Excellent road positioning. It's good. When it's possible, can you explain why you are sticking to the right or in the tram lane? Because a lot of people, pretty much the average don't do it, as you can see.
So I get a better visibility of oncoming traffic.
Yep, good.
If I was further to the left, I'm basically obscured by whatever's in front of me in my lane. And then also because of the conditions of Sydney Road, most of the time there's going to be a lot of parked cars taking up some of the left lane. So obviously there's more hazards that come with that.
Good. Excellent. So it's to do with your vision, right?
Yeah.
And we're talking about that more often lately. It's about your central vision versus your peripheral vision. So in your central vision right now, can you tell me what there is? Literally in front of you.
Yeah. So I got the right edge of the VW in front.
Yep.
But I also get kind of a pretty far view down Sydney Road in front of me.
Like what you were saying.
Without having to look to the side or crane my neck or anything.
Yeah. And so your peripheral vision, if I'm looking straight ahead now, I can see to the left a bit, but I don't get enough detail. And that becomes hazardous, right? And there's a lot more happening on the left, in my opinion. And then opposite side here on the right, it's just that oncoming traffic, realistically. Yes, there will be pedestrians from the right trying to step across, maybe. But you get where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah.
It's better. If it's not possible, then you would stay to the left, which it isn't sometimes. There's a painted island down the middle. Good stuff. Good explanation. At the traffic light, turn left.
Okay.
Apologies, that was a late direction. It's not that late. It's not that bad.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, good. So accelerate. Not too heavily, but accelerate. Much better.
Slow down for the corner.
Then slow down for the corner. Remember the tight. Good. Sharper. lift off the accelerator back. Yeah, there you go, to help you with your steering.
Yeah.
Do you remember the drive type of this vehicle?
It's front wheel drive.
Correct. So when you're accelerating, you're being pulled. Check your right mirror. I think you don't need to be on the gutter. Yep. And check your left mirror. There you go. Good. Let's do this one again. I'm recording it. There you go. Try and handle it yourself. That's good. So vehicle brake lights on. Remember we spoke about that? Don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
No communication. Also stopped in a no stopping zone. Classic Melbourne driver, mate. I'm surprised it wasn't a BMW. Good. Give away. Looks like they. Yeah, I gave them away anyway.
Didn't know if it was parking or what.
Yeah, that's true. So when it is tight, just think about your acceleration, yeah?
Come off the accelerator.
Yeah, so basically, again, plus brake lights, what's going on, blocking,
ambiguous.
Yeah, visibility, don't know, anyway. Accelerate, so say it's tight space, right? Say you do collide with a parked vehicle. Just letting you focus. Good. If you collide with them while accelerating, how's the impact going to be?
Worse.
Wait, worse, right? If you lift off the accelerator, you will reduce speed because the vehicle reduces speed as you lift. Cool. Alright. Yeah. Did you check your mirror before braking?
No.
Bus behind you, right? I was looking.
It takes longer to stop.
Yeah, so just so you didn't need to be so hard on the brake. The traffic light, turn left. Very good. Observation. Don't necessarily need a blind spot straight away.
Stopping before
But
turning.
well, you're still straight. You haven't turned left yet, but we still want to practice the habit of observation, full observation before communication. It mirrors blind spot. And it's about, with the blind spot, it's about space.
Yeah.
So how much space is on the left of you, do you think? Could a cyclist fit up there, or a motorbike rider?
Yeah.
100%. That's why you're doing the blind spot. When do you think you're going to need a blind spot check again here?
Before I start my turn.
Before you start turning, 100%. Who are you giving way to?
Anyone crossing the road at that pedestrian crossing?
Yep, right. Good. It's good. Checking blind spot. There you go. Good. Right, mate. All right. Remember the last time? What did you miss on the entry of this new road? Where is it? What does it say?
So I'm seeing the 40 as the first one.
What else?
7 a.m. to midnight.
Yeah, exactly. Good. Road position again. Excellent. Back to the right. Maintain 40. Good. Also to note with your pedestrians, when you're turning left, you give way traffic lights with the green, solid. When you're turning left and there's a pedestrian light, check the pedestrian light.
Yeah.
Is it red? Is it green? If it's red, you can be assertive and push, and so that the pedestrians don't take the opportunity and walk when they shouldn't, because they do.
Yeah.
They do it all the time.
Yeah, so I did clock that one. I expected it to be green actually, and I realised too late.
I saw it because I saw a pedestrian walking towards it.
Yeah.
They pushed the button, but they were too late. But they might have crossed. That's the point. It's good. So where there was a white vehicle on your left, where did they go? White SUV, yeah. Behind us, right?
Yeah.
So what was happening there when you moved off at the pedestrian crossing? They were on the left of us, and then they slotted in behind us. Again, that's just that awareness of surroundings, right? So when we get to that traffic light, we'll turn left and into the right lane. Think about when is an appropriate time to signal. How could we confuse people here? If we signal
parking spaces open.
Yeah, we signal too early. We move in a way that looks like we're parking.
Yeah.
You know, you move in really close to the parked cars. Looks like you're doing a reverse parallel park. Things like that. So don't be predictable. Don't confuse. Good. So, good. Excellent. Good. I could see that. that happening. Good. It's all good. Yeah, a little bit more snaking over once you'd pass the parked cars. But that's okay. Do you know what I mean? So actually slithering over like a snake to the far left to turn left, rather than on a diagonal. Because then if you get the yellow and red light, you're stopped on a diagonal and your rear end's sticking out. Cool. All right, that's all right. Remember? Yeah. Now I had to, because you weren't slowing down.
Yeah.
I had to move the car, and I checked the left mirror before I did so. They weren't slowing down. You need to slow down. Did you say? Yeah. Anyway, that's okay. If you're slow and they're fast, you're better off.
Yeah.
Okay. And they were moving slowly, but they were still moving, right? Who knows?
Yeah. No, I just need to be aware of that possibility, even though it looks like
soon as you see,
stationary wall of traffic.
So this is
someone coming through.
Correct. I was literally talking about it when I was driving towards you.
Yeah.
I was talking about the fact that when when you're moving on the other side of the road fast, well at the speed limit, say, or it's clear and safe like it is right now to maybe do 60, the stationary traffic on the right being there is highly hazardous.
Yeah.
Like here, like we said before, right? There's a silver car waiting to come across. They might just dart across. That's fine. In terms of your movement and stuff there. At the traffic light up ahead, turn left. You feel it on the tracks?
Yeah.
Get off them. Yep, traffic light turning left. And into the left lane. Good. Like earlier. Remember? Snake it in. Yeah. So even there,